All right. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Realms of the Wild. Yes, this is our custom open legend RPG set in a very bizarre version of the Breath of the Wild universe. These are the lovely players. We have a full team again, which is lovely, which should be more of the norm for at least for a little while, other than when Kiri goes off to be successful and sell her book. Yeah, I'm stalling for time right now because I just remembered I don't have my announcement pages open that, as a good host, I'm supposed to have.
Announcement.
It's whatever.
Zolta the Zora wins all.
They're on the stream
Goals
if you just want to
in the
read what's on
future.
the stream.
Yeah, but
It's not a lot.
This makes more sense to me. To get
Speaking of stalling, we're doing more of it.
To get on to some announcements. First things first. PAX Australia is next weekend. We will not be streaming a game next weekend because it'll be our off week. But if you are down under and are going to be at PAX Australia, it looks like is there two panels?
Two panels.
There are two.
ZU people on? That's very cool.
Because our hockey team wants to put too much work on their hands.
One is the Ocarina of Time 20th anniversary panel, and the other is about Super Smash Brothers, because that's what Nintendo cares about this year.
Yep. If you're going to PAX, you can meet let's see, Shona Johnson. Oh, please excuse me. Shona Johnson, David Johnson, Cody Davies. That's the dude that has the show on Saturday nights.
And who's running for office.
Running for office?
Yeah.
Yes.
That terrifies me. And
Yeah,
Sebastian Wilkinson will be running that panel. Do they have identifying things that show that they are Zelda Universe staff? Do we have t-shirts?
They have business
We do
cards
have
that they will pepper you with, and probably t-shirts.
We have t-shirts.
They'll go
It's
all
at
gambit on you and just start throwing
That's
business
literally Cody at E3.
That's always not just at E3. That's Cody. Period. Let's be clear.
So if you see anyone that is throwing business cards with the Zelda Universe logo, come up to them. If they are hug inclined, hug them or whatever physical contact they prefer, and tell them how much you enjoy Zelda Universe
And Realms of the Wild.
and Realms of the Wild. Tell them how awesome Realms of the Wild is, so we can be brought back for a second season. We're not in danger of being canceled.
We're always in danger of being canceled. Tell your friends.
Always
Bring them in.
canceled.
Yeah. If you subscribe now to save the show. No. The other thing that they're doing, like I said, is the Smash Brothers panel, and it has a lot more than Zelda Universe staff on it. So that will be an even cooler thing because you get to see Zelda Universe staff interact with people that are not Zelda Universe staff, which is hilarious, like always.
Okay.
Well, I don't. Due to the fact that I'm not really staff. I'm just a producer on this show. I've gotten to interact with quite a bit of the Zelda Universe staff, and you're all nuts.
You should have known that when you signed up for this.
Well, I knew Elias, but that was it. And then I met Alex, who's nuts, and the other people that I can't remember any of their names because my memory is Swiss cheese. Not you guys. I'm talking about the other ZU staff, and every single one of them is nuts. To be 100%.
If we do,
Alex is on my wavelength.
all of this.
Am appears.
No, this is my cat, y'all.
Wow.
Wait, where's my
yeah. So please, if you're at PAX Australia, please stop by. It'll be really, really cool.
And I think you can check the PAX schedule, but I think one or more of these panels are being live streamed.
Oh yeah,
All of them are.
So tune in to live stream. Talk about spread the word about Realms of the Wild. Make us feel special. The other thing, there is this thing a very long time ago, back when the world of the internet was new, and it was called the ZU Podcast. From the depths of time, we have resurrected using ancient pagan rituals.
And Adobe Audition.
And an open audition, apparently. I wasn't aware that open auditions were a part of pagan rituals.
Adobe Audition.
No, Adobe Audition.
He said Adobe
Adobe Audition. Sorry, I thought you said open audition. I'm like,
nobody can understand me today. Holy shit.
This is going to be a great game, folks.
Yeah, the ZU Podcast is back. It is it's a podcast with help me with names because I can't remember Amanda's last name anymore.
Amanda Van Heil, Cody, myself.
Y'all are all in it?
We're all hosts.
Oh, that's wow. I haven't listened to it yet because I'm a bad ZU staffer. But...
You are awful. I'm not in the first episode that just came out. I'll be hosting, I think, the second episode, but Amanda and Cody host the first episode. That's on iTunes and YouTube and Google whatever, because Google's got a system.
I've apparently been enlisted to be in the next episode to argue why Twilight Princess is fantastic.
And how it's a Wii game, right?
That too.
How is Twilight Princess not fantastic? Like, are there
check out the second episode of the podcast and find out.
Link the puppy? I mean, how can you say no?
It's a wolf.
Link the doggo, same thing.
It's a wolf, not a doggo.
So yeah, check out the podcast wherever your favorite podcasting places are, if they are iTunes or YouTube. As far as announcements for Realms, I can't remember if we mentioned this before, but I'll mention it now. We are doing the YouTube upload a date earlier than before. We're going to be uploading the YouTube version of Realms of the Wild on the Friday after the episode instead of the next Saturday. And we're doing this simply because of analytics, to be blunt. More people seem to see it and be able to watch it on Fridays than they do on Saturdays. So it's not a big change. If you like watching on Saturdays, you still can. It just makes it slightly more visible for us to get new fans and things like that. So the other thing, as always, we run a poll on the week that we are off.
Yeah, we do usually do that. Here's the thing about that. I forgot to do it because I was busy. So we all won the musical episode.
Yes, with the musical episode, everybody won and can take a legend point.
Yeah!
Oh, I didn't expect that to happen. Great.
I'm gonna kill you guys off at level 4 anyway. So,
and welcome to the series finale of Realms of the Wild. Goodbye, everybody.
Starting next week, an all musical show.
Yeah. Nope.
Featuring Elias as the star.
That's when I stepped.
It'll just be me and Elias, and I'll be sitting there just giving him prompts of songs he doesn't know that he has to sing. Get ready for a lot of oratorio work, Elias.
Get ready for me to retire.
I'm kind of sad because now I have my voice fully back, and I'm like, oh, that would have been nice like 3 weeks ago.
It's just going to be a little bit less singing than normal.
Yeah, I to give everyone in the audience a peek behind the curtain. I sent an email out to these guys to let them know that we have a game coming up and to get confirmations and stuff like that. And in the email this week, I specifically said there will be less singing, or the normal amount of singing in the episode, simply because whether or not we are doing a musical episode, we will still be singing. We just do that. So
Elias shakes his head. And, haunted by the past, tormented,
and the present.
Please excuse me.
If
in my head is feeling generous and has given Pierre a legend point, has given Tess a legend point, has given Zulta a legend point, and then he says something about Aruna smells and gives me Aruna's legend point. It's really no, he gave Aruna a legend point as well.
I would not have been surprised if that was actually. Thank you, imp in my head.
When Gorons fart, is it just like pure sulfur smell?
Oh God, are we really getting into this conversation?
Think about the fear you have when you see a rock slide coming your way, but in gas form.
Way too early for me to have that.
Nah, man.
Or like when lava bubbles up and the bubble pops, that sort of just fume of
this is when
heated
Kiri has had enough
stone.
sleep.
I've missed
How much sleep have you had?
Huh?
How much sleep have you had?
I think I got a full 7 hours.
Must be nice.
This is always fun to check.
Maybe it was 6. Regardless, it was a lot.
I think that's all the announcements.
Yeah. So maybe it's time. You might want to point your cam down unless you're going for the lurker. I'm sorry. It's been a rough week. Give me a sec.
Oh.
So we're now level 4, right? As I'm like frantically trying to update.
Yes, we're level 4.
Did I miss us talking about going
last night?
Did I just miss the fact that we're now level 4?
Yeah.
I think I made it as an offhead.
He mentioned it at the. You might have left.
Yeah,
no, he was still here.
I mentioned it as
the end of us talking when we were offline.
Yeah.
Was this after the musical episode?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was before.
No.
It was before.
Oh yeah, it was. Never mind. I'm wrong.
Either way, Iruna's still level 3 because I forgot.
I'm literally pulling things up and doing it now.
That's okay.
So anyway, feel free to level up your characters as we play or whatever. Or wait until the next game. Anyway, yeah, I think it's time for us to return to the realms of the wild. And this would be where we have the really cool intro that doesn't exist. But in my head, there's this really cool intro, and it's got like custom.
Just Game of Thrones and imagine Hyrule.
But for me, I've got the final countdown being our background music.
Let me see. It kind of pans down to Hyrule Field. You see a Goron like rolling, and it pops up. It's got Elias's face on it, and then and then you see this Rito flying through the air, and you get a close up of it, and it's got Alex's face on it, and then you see death and destruction everywhere, and Zulta's just standing in the middle of it with Ilea just, and then you see a hook shot go. Wow, Kiri Awake is such a different experience.
Did we just make the X-Men animated series intro? Was that what we just did? Because I'm okay with it. And if anyone wants to edit that and make it a thing for us, I will appreciate it.
Yeah, if anyone wants to make us an intro, you are more than welcome to.
I will pay you for it.
Do not say that live on the internet.
It's too late. It's out there.
I would be glad to pay for art. Come on, pay for art. Pay for artists, damn it.
Great.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't disagree with Alex's standpoint. But yeah, if anyone wants to give me free things, I'm always on.
I'll always take free things, but I'll always take free things too, for the record.
So just to be clear, Lykios, the add enemy or remove enemy is to add to an already planned encounter to make it more difficult or more or easier. It doesn't create an encounter.
Should probably change the word.
And I do not have any encounters prepared for today right now. If they get into one, I can do one on the fly. But due to the fact that half the team is not leveled up, I'm not going to be throwing an encounter at them right away.
Lycaos has just been waiting so patiently to torture us.
Yeah, so letting you know that if you would prefer to hold on to your add enemies, I can just refund them until we are in a situation you can use them. But that's what the add enemy is it's adding to an already created encounter to make it more difficult for them, not creating an encounter when there isn't one. So let me know in chat if you want me to refund those for you. Anyway, let's return to the realms of the wild. So you guys all kind of wake up feeling very, very refreshed. You're not really sure if what happened last week was real or not.
Did
or 3 weeks ago.
Are you? Yeah, I was about to say
that there was a Cheerio box just talking to us. I don't even know what Cheerios is, but it just had it on the front.
What are Cheerios?
I don't know. But
oh
I
my
remember.
God, Elias, what have you done with the Cheerio boxes? Where are they? Oh, thank God.
Also, shout out to the Cheerio family box art that was sent to us on Twitter.
Yes, that's true. Hold on. I'm going to link that in chat real quick while we keep actually building up this episode.
It was awesome.
We all woke up.
You all woke
just
up.
Very accurate. Runa is drinking something to wake up. I don't know what the Hyrule Goron version of coffee is, but he's drinking it right now.
Aruna is drinking hot rock juice while the rest of you are drinking your beverage of choice with breakfast.
Whiskey. What?
You know, day drinking can be a thing.
Did I find the waiter?
Zolta, there's no waiter. We're in the middle of nowhere.
But I thought that she was the waiter before and she wasn't giving me my drink.
Oh my God. That was my favorite part of that.
I'm pretty sure she just said that to make you not evil. Even though it made you... I don't know how that worked, but it worked.
Yeah. I just
it's really weird she hasn't brought you your drink yet.
Don't say that now. She'll look for...
Here, and look at each other just like, yep, all right.
So who has a drink for me?
It's a long distance.
Here, you can have some of my rock juice.
I reach over and just send her like a little bit of the whiskey I have.
I accept the drink from Pierre and not the one from Aruna.
Suit yourself. It's really good. Do you want some, Kess?
No, I'm good. What?
Okay. How about you, Pierre? Do you want to try some?
I got what I need right here.
Okay.
So, you're good.
What about Jerry? Does he want any?
All right, let's get moving.
Oh, okay.
Jerry says no.
Wait, but where are we going?
Jerry's actually got his head in the cup of whiskey.
Oh, and then
he's gonna die.
I'm Jerry. My voice is Jerry's name.
Where are we going, though, Cass?
That is a good question. I don't know.
Wait, where were we trying to go before we were doing this? Crap, I completely forgot.
Hey, DM.
No, that was the end of our knowledge of like where to go. I'm pretty sure.
No, it wasn't. You guys, when you spoke to Impa, and you had Puncules,
Barack.
Yes.
Fucking Barack.
Is Puncules his middle name?
Yeah,
yes,
it is now.
Yes,
Don doesn't
take
mind.
that,
Don. He told you guys of a wound in the wisdom realm, in a downed Rito city. Used to be a flying city. And it crashed, and that's where one of the wounds is. And you know that Brayak is searching for the location of the third wound, because he's kind of pieced together that there's probably at least one wound in each realm. So you guys have found the wound and closed the wound in the courage realm using the Trifork.
Does Zelda still have that, by the way?
And you're aware of a wound being in the wisdom realm. You don't know where the room in the power realm is, but if you were to find a way to get to the power realm, you could search around in a similar way that you did for the courage realm, like I said, you do know where one other wound is. It's just in the wisdom realm.
I have a question for the DM.
I have an answer. Let's see if they match.
Okay. Since closing presumably the wound in the Forgotten Temple, has the feeling of wrongness lessened at all?
That is a good question. My answer, unfortunately, was purple. So
they did not match. I'm sorry.
I'll take it.
You are the weakest link.
Goodbye.
I'm actually going to have you roll me a roll of something that I can't remember what the stats are for this.
I appreciate that, Elliot. You and I had the same reference going.
Nothing.
You lose. Good day, sir.
I'm actually going to have you roll a presence roll for me.
Oh, I don't get to roll that very often.
To see what you
I actually have a stat in that.
Discover.
Is it a 1?
Yeah, it is. And
but that's better than nothing.
No, I'm sorry, the roll was a 1 on the D6. But don't worry, plus the D20, it comes out to 4.
Okay.
Elias is just,
Welcome back, people.
Yep. We know who Elias is in role-playing games, and he sticks to it.
That you haven't changed a bit.
Yeah, I admire that dedication.
Elias is the Will Wheaton of this campaign.
So
we gotta watch out for acid pits. I'm just saying.
So you kind of go introspective for a little bit, trying to figure out exactly what it is that you feel, and for the most part, that feeling of something being wrong hasn't gone away, but it has changed.
Loathing, unadulterated loathing. Sorry.
Or your face, your voice.
Clothing.
I shouldn't think that much. I just think about singing.
So yeah, you can't really tell how it's changed or anything, but you definitely know something is different.
Well, I think we definitely changed something by closing the wound. But
for the better, who knows? Who can say if it's been changed for the better? But because we did that, it has been. I'm sorry.
Welcome to part 2 of the musical episode.
Let's be real. Every episode is a musical episode. It's just about how many songs we include.
Facts.
Accurate.
Elias wants some whiskey right now.
The rest of you guys, as you're kind of packing up camp and everything and getting ready to go, you are. I have to bring up a map because I have forgotten everything.
Find the map. Find the map.
You just pull up zeldamaps.com.
No.
But it's a map.
Still.
Fucking map.
I'm the fucking map.
You guys are way the hell over here. You guys are near Piper Ridge, over by the Tabantha Great Bridge. That general area. You climbed out of that big old gorge, and are on the other side of the gorge from Hyrule Field and all that stuff. So that's where you guys made your camp. The town that you saved with the gift of song. You're not quite sure where it went. You can't remember exactly which direction it was because you guys didn't stay there. You decided to leave for some inexplicable reason that the DM just decided.
We don't need to dwell on it.
So are we on the snowy side or the field side?
I'm gonna say the snowy side. My map doesn't show snow, so
yeah, mine doesn't show text, so we're all disoriented.
There's a road that goes from Tabantha and curves around Piper Ridge. You're near the road.
Okay.
So there's a gorge. There's a big old bridge. You guys are right around there.
Well, I think wherever we go next, I don't know about you guys, but when we were fighting the shadow down there, I felt like we probably could have died a lot, and we didn't. So maybe we should find a town or a well, there's only towns now. Maybe we should find a town and get stuff that will help us not die.
I wouldn't be opposed to the idea.
Eloquent as always, Aruna.
I'm not eloquent.
No, he's not. I don't know why you said that.
But I do know what it means.
Awkward.
Aruna, you do know in this area, because you have traveled here before as part of your merchant route. You do know the last Rito settlement is technically to the north of you guys, up in the Tabantha, a little north of the you know what, Zelda? You really need less words.
You know
Zelda,
what? We'll send a complaint to
Zelda,
Miyamoto, to Aonuma-san. Say, hey, I love you, but.
So yeah, Lake Totori is where the last Rito settlement is. I believe I'm getting that right. So that is the next closest large-ish settlement. The Rito are not known to be incredibly welcoming to outsiders.
Have I been there before?
Do I
know that firsthand?
Yeah, you've met them before. You didn't get a great welcome. You did some minor trading, but you never actually made it into the settlement. There were a few Rito that came out that greeted you and decided that you weren't enough of a threat to kill, and did some minor trading with you, but you've never actually been in the settlement.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the closest thing is the Rito place, but they don't like outsiders, and Pierre doesn't want to go there. So
yeah, I'd prefer not.
But didn't Brayak say that the wound was in Eldon, but from the place Pierre's from? Right, because a bunch of people died where you're from, right?
This has just got awkward very fast.
Yeah, we thought I was awkward before.
You're gonna need to give me a second. I'm trying to find the best way to answer this.
Zolta just looks at Aruna and goes, eloquent as always.
I already told you I'm not eloquent.
Yes, there were lots of people that died, but I really don't think now is not the time nor the place to discuss it.
No, I don't want to discuss it, but if that's the direction we need to go, then we should probably try to find a town that way. Plus, we know how to get there, I think.
Well, you guys do know there was that shrine that you found in Hyrule Field that had a stable tear that allowed you to go between the
Why don't we
the courage realm that you're in and the wisdom realm. So you know that exists.
Before we go crazy, I'm like, I just wanted to make sure this is like a comment between you and me, Jody. I'm not. What I'm doing is like this is. I'm understanding. I'm like, this is like the same vibes of like wherever this like are the way we've talked. I guess No, I'm confusing myself. Should I be concerned by this?
Without going into too much detail of your backstory that the audience and the players do not know.
Yeah.
When they went through that tear, you weren't here.
Right.
And you basically told them about the Titans because they saw they saw two of the Titans still roaming the world because they're so massive you can see them from miles and miles and miles away. So you told them about the Titans. You told them about the fact that that's how Ganon basically kind of destroyed the world in your realm. And I think you made mention to about this city of Eldon falling, just as an offhanded, yes, hundreds of thousands of Rito died, but that's all you said.
Okay.
And you were very quiet, not just because you weren't there, like you were kind of in a trance while they were there, as Kess was kind of pestering you, going, "Can we go look at the Titan? Because I really think we should go look at the Titan. And do you know how the Titan works? Because I think it would work this."
She almost went to that Titan by herself.
I feel vaguely attacked.
Okay. All right. So hopefully my response makes sense. God, because we've been doing this show for so long, and because of the way how often I've been here because of work, everything just like wait.
It was for your character. It was simply the idea that you were not prepared for that to happen or to be thrust into that world again.
Right.
So now that you can actually anticipate it, I will let you decide if it affects you in the same way or if you are able to keep your normal demeanor.
I'm going to say keep normal demeanor because I just wanted to be like, nope, we're not talking about this. Nope.
Okay. So again, you guys know that Tara is there. As far as the other ones you've seen, they've been random, and they open, and everything about them is random. Their size, their location, how long they're open. That is the only one you're currently aware of that is fixed. So
that's fine if you don't want to talk about it, but I guess we got to go there eventually, but not right now. I think now we should just go to a town, maybe add stuff to our stuff.
Add stuff to your stuff. You always prove yourself to be quite the wordsmith.
Yeah, because see, I was going to keep
I'm not sure that the guy who just blatantly said, I don't want to talk about this thing that's clearly vitally important to what we're doing should really be criticizing other people about their words. I
just give a glance to...
Would you like some ointment for that burn?
Please,
that is 2d10 heart damage.
In my mind, she's like fucking tinkering with shit, and then just like boom.
I need the sound effect from RuPaul's Drag Race, which is just a sound effect.
Honey, I don't have to read you. You're an audiobook. You read yourself.
Oh my god, I'm feeling that immediately. That's mine. Thank you.
Wow.
I think the best is from Imp, though. If we give a healing fairy to Pierre, can he use the jar to bottle up his feelings?
Oh.
Can we have Imp ghostwrite this entire series?
That'd be a very different game.
Imp, can I just hire you?
Very
Get on
different
that
game.
companion novel, Imp. That'll be your nano project.
That's very fine. Do not disappoint.
Do I know where the nearest town is that's east?
You're kind of in a no man's land. The Tabantha Great Bridge is not a place that a lot of people like because it's a really big bridge over a really big hole. And
Let's play poo sticks. Wait, you know
it's in between Hyrule Field, which is incredibly dangerous, and
move somewhere.
Right? The Tabantha Frontier, which is basically where the Rito live, and they're kind of exclusionary. So there's not really any big towns where you are right now. The closest town that's
I've ever heard
would probably.
Are there any south, like thinking about the border of the danger of Hyrule Field and knowing we're gonna have to go back in there afterwards? Are there like going down and around? Are there any towns along that?
There are smaller there are smaller encampments and things like that. Give me a sec here. I'm gonna see. What are you? Right on the other side of the Tabantha Great Bridge, near Mount Roam, there is a small settlement that is basically just a stopping point for people to kind of water and rest their horses and things like that. That grew into a small kind of trading post.
Okay.
Other than that, the next closest town is probably going to be to the south, over by the Colosseum ruins. There's a small forest there where people were able to find shelter before you get to Mount Nipplerow.
Mount Nipplerow?
Yes, Mount Nipples.
Oh. That escalated quickly.
Things got really...
This is really good fodder for fan fiction, though. So.
Then I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm very supportive of fan fiction.
He says that until it gets real weird.
Yeah.
I'm concerned immediately.
Until you get fan fiction.
I'm with you, Jody. I was about to say something, and I'm just not.
I was sitting there like until, and I said, and I knew as soon as I said it, it would become a thing that I would regret.
Yep.
All right. Yes.
So like,
my
no.
personal thing: make it about the characters, not about the players. And I'm very supportive of this fan fiction.
I was gonna be like,
see, but then you get the multiverse crossover.
I still don't know how I feel.
Okay. Anyway, guys, let's figure out. Like, we've been dawdling. Let's get going.
It's okay. I'm finished with my rock juice.
I have problems with that phrase, but let's keep on.
Why?
Nothing. Let's keep moving. Let's move.
Well, okay.
Let's. Hey, look, a subject change.
I think we should move to the south east. There's a couple of places that way where we can rest and trade, and maybe
then let's make our way over.
Work on modifying our blast bashers into shooting projectiles. Who knows?
How long is the day's trip?
To get across the Tabantha Bridge, you can get it from where you guys are. You can get across that probably in about 4 hours. So you're probably about maybe 6 hours away from that little kind of horse watering hole stable kind of place.
We're about 6 hours away from the little place, but then the forest place is farther.
Damn it.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm a little bit distracted by the fact that there's an airship emote, and I want it.
Zolta plus Kestrel airship.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Airship. You know what?
They're shipping it.
I've been watching a lot. No, I've been watching a lot of The Good Place, which is excellent, and I have decided, Ilea, we are Eleanor and Tahani. That is who Kes and Zolta are, and I do kind of ship it.
I guess that makes me Jason.
Oh no!
I don't understand this show, so
I've never seen
Arya Stark. Does that count?
No.
I'm watching Stargate Universe because I apparently like shows that are doomed to be canceled before they get, much short sooner than they should be.
So Zolta's still drinking her whiskey with Jerry. She's been ignoring this entire debate.
So what have we decided in regards to like plausible places to go?
We're going across the bridge, I think.
Yeah.
All right,
That's kind of where we need to go. Yeah, let's just go.
So,
out of curiosity, Jody, how much is known about this pit we're walking over?
that was the pit is where you guys traveled. At the end of it was the Forgotten Temple.
Yeah, no. I mean, just like facts wise, because I would like Kes to take this moment to like give weird, like as they're walking across. Did you know that this pit is like the?
So Kes
it
becomes
is.
the tour guide.
Yep.
It's the longest gorge in all of Hyrule.
All right.
In
And if you fell down
historians,
it, you would die.
yes. If you were to take your intestines and actually lay them out end to end, you would die.
Exactly.
The more you know.
Basically, as they walk across, Kes is giving all these facts that you're like, why do you know this?
Yeah, historians
Why
don't
are you
know
so
exactly
excited about this?
what
Zoltan's
caused
trying
it.
to
Generally,
go-
something like this is done by water erosion. But there's no river or anything to explain why it was that this particular canyon was formed. And it ends in the Forgotten Temple. So
Aliens.
So Zolta's interested in this conversation, but doesn't want to act like she's interested in all these facts. And honestly, Kes is way too bubbly. So she's gonna get next to Pierre and try and get some more whiskey.
How
Just
do you
drink
know
while
so
walking.
much about the gorge, Cass?
There's a lot of books in Kakariko and not a lot I'm allowed to do.
Oh, so you know a lot about the is this different from the gorge that you're used to?
Not by visual aspects.
Okay.
I don't know if mine had a creepy temple that included what happened down there.
But it's basically the same.
I mean, the gorge is, yeah.
you've
Okay.
never been this.
I've never been there, but based on my readings, yeah.
Yeah, it was on the map you saw.
It was on the map. I read about shit.
Oh,
You do know in your realm
Put that on the business card.
the Zora Empire did not stretch all the way to there. They still technically ruled over all of Hyrule, but the Zora Empire
Yeah, we did.
lands ended
Hey.
around the Lanayru wetlands and partially into Hyrule Field.
This is the outer rim.
Anyone else think that wetlands just sounds gross?
They are gross.
Sorry, moist lands.
No, see, that just makes me think of cake.
No.
Why
they
is that a
like
bad
it.
thing?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. To me, moist doesn't sound pornographic like it does to like so many other people. Apparently,
It's not pornographic. It just sounds weird.
Also, if
I'm really curious to
she's
see where
moist,
this
you're
is
doing
going.
something
I'm
wrong,
really-
guys.
Yeah, okay.
That's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna
all
say.
right.
Life's
Okay.
lessons from Kiri today are just spot on.
so many life lessons.
We need shirt ideas. So keep
Kiri
them-
spilling the tea.
Hey, Kes.
Oh my god, no, my tea.
Do you?
Anyway,
That wasn't tea, it was whiskey, and I'm rather upset about this.
Kes, do you
That
have a
was
map
out.
of where you're from?
I should actually. I don't know if it was listed in my but that seems like something that she would have. Cause I did leave, like when I ran into people, I was leaving on a quest essentially to go explore all the
You were
shit.
going on an adventure.
Off on a
Adventure.
Sorry. Jody?
Sorry, I was doing 7 different things. What was?
No, that's
what was
okay.
the
I don't
question?
listen to me when I talk either.
Same.
Sounds like good life
honestly,
advice.
relatable.
And that's not me throwing shade. I don't listen to myself when I talk most of the time.
Yeah.
Honestly, relatable content.
Would I have a map? I feel like I would have a map. of my
Yeah,
friends.
you. I would be very surprised if you didn't. I'm going to assume
Cool.
from you, it's probably a hand-drawn map or a very heavily edited map, just because of that's who you are.
I'm the DIY queen of the Sheikah. Anyway,
We love a queen.
oh, we love a queen. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna share that with Aruna.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Zolta
And remind him, like, by the way, like this is from my time though. I don't know how accurate this is gonna be.
Well, that's why I was curious, because I wanted
Where
to
we
see
are.
how it was different. Because
Oh, okay.
Jody, does Aruna have any semblance of a map that he's drawn or purchased?
You would have a trade map.
Because I have this map, and I just wanted to see if there were any differences. Are there any differences?
Spot the differences! You have 1 minute. There are 7 differences.
Spot the difference. So use your pen, the circle.
So kind of comparing it, the big differences that you notice are I have to look. The Lenaru Sea and the Necluda Sea over in the east of Hyrule extend all the way up to Death Mountain, all the way over to the Lenaru wetlands.
Is that his map or my map? Sorry.
On your map.
Okay.
And where is Lake Hylia? And Lake Hylia actually connects with the Faron Sea in the south. So there's like tons and tons and tons of water that she has labeled as the Zora Empire. And Kess, you actually wouldn't know where the majority of the cities are in that area.
Would or would not, sorry.
Would not.
Okay, cool.
Simply because you haven't been there, and the Zora, most of their cities are underwater cities. You are aware of that in your realm.
I don't even go here.
They're underwater. Most outsiders don't even know where they are, much less have the ability to get to them. Other than, again, traders and things like that are given special dispensation to be able to get there, and noble families and things like that for diplomatic relations or that. But you personally would not know.
Okay, that's fair.
Can I look at this map and then just start writing, this is the Zoras, this too, in various places on it?
I mean, you would have to ask permission.
That doesn't mean
consent is a real thing.
It is my map.
Considering.
Don't fuck with my map.
It's in pencil.
Wow, there's a lot of water on this one. That makes me really uncomfortable.
I'm just here drinking with Jerry.
Damn it, Jerry.
Wait, is all this water where Zolta's from?
I'm guessing. And I look over at Zolta like, you're from where I am from, right?
No, Aruna, I come from the sky water. I fell on the earth and formed into this being.
Don't do that to him. He'll just get lost.
That's true. I like drunkenly stay from behind them.
Don't do that.
To be fair, Zolta's probably a little buzzed right now.
I don't believe you.
Whiskey this early in the morning? Yes.
It's fine.
Especially since I don't remember anyone talking about you two eating beforehand.
Nope.
Yeah, technicalities.
It's fine. We just have a 6-hour walk ahead of us.
Y'all are just drunk bitches.
The 6-hour walk feels a lot better drunk.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because having had to walk a while.
Listen, after all this stuff we've gone through, I feel like a celebratory drink is in order.
And we can have that conversation another day, Carrie.
That's why I had my rock juice.
Yeah, but you know what's better than rock juice? Whiskey.
Can I try
Anyway,
some?
moving forward.
Just cheers with Pierre.
I feel like all we're doing is just bickering. We need to
Are we walking this entire
You're walking
time?
while you're doing this.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Kess over her shoulder. Less talky, more walkie.
But we can walk and talk.
You know, let's call that walkie-talkie.
Ah.
That's a
I
good
like it.
idea.
Someone write that down.
Okay. You're gonna write that down.
Damn it,
There's not as much water on my map.
I know. We're from different worlds.
I almost sprayed meal replacement shake all over my computer screen.
Oh, that reminds
Oh.
So anything after walkie-talkie, I did not hear.
You're welcome.
Perfect.
By the way, if you make me spray my keyboard or computer screens with whatever I'm drinking, you do not get a legend points.
So we can
almost
break
did.
you, just not too much.
But the spit take was appreciated.
I absolutely adore you. Wait, you are 3.5 pickers from your destination.
And please whisper me. I want to get. I'm hiring.
Alex wants to get on your level.
I want to get on your level. I want your wit. This isn't fair.
Gonna take wit lessons from Imp.
I will. It would make me so much of a better person.
Aside from all that business, Aruna on this walk is just trying his best to remember the good luck he got at Atticus's knot gun.
The knot gun.
The knot gun.
Yeah, he didn't ever say what it was called.
The knot gun is a good name, and we're keeping it.
Yep.
Trifork knot gun.
Wait, give me
Alright.
Yeah, I'm just drinking with Zolta and Jerry. That's all I'm
So,
doing.
walking montage, time has passed. We have moved forward.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Bickering has happened.
So you guys
3.5 bickers later.
You guys wow, sorry, doing 7 things at once. You guys arrive at the kind of rest stop there, and there's see, we're in the Courage Room, right? Yeah, it's a little Hylian stable. It's a little kind of family-run place. There's a kind of makeshift inn, which is basically just a barn that they converted the upper hayloft into a place with beds in it.
They were getting ahead of that whole no room at the inn Jesus thing. Just be
Yeah.
like, it's already an inn, so
Yeah.
Meh.
no birth in a manger for you, son of God.
And then there and there's and they have a kind of small trading post thing where you can buy rations, you can buy essentials and stuff like that, and they do have some kind of custom made stuff that they try to sell, mostly just decorative, like jewelry or clothing, things like that. So you've been through here before. There wasn't a ton of trading that you could do, simply because you're generally looking for stuff to improve your bombs, and they didn't have a lot, though you did buy a couple of the necklaces and took them apart for pieces.
Do they have any more necklaces?
Yes, they have 3 more since the last time you came, made of various shells and actually pieces of broken Shikatek, basically. They're just metal shards.
Excuse me, can I buy your do you want to trade for those necklaces? I don't know if you remember me, but I was here a few months ago and I bought some of your necklaces.
And the quote unquote trading post currently right now is manned by a girl that can't be more than about 9 years old.
So it's not really manned, it's girled.
It's girled, yes.
Yep.
And you remember her because she was fascinated with the fact that you were a Goron. And she's sitting there, it's like, Mama told me that I have to be a more shrewd business person if I want to make a living off of my necklaces.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna have more negotiations.
Okay.
I'm going to look at
What do
those
you want to
necklaces and
negotiate?
just kind of fume.
what do you have?
Well, I've got.
You can see the parents just sitting there, like stifling their laughter as their daughter tries to haggle you.
Look, this is bringing back some memories for me in real life, so
Yeah, I'm fully shook considering where I work.
This girl has broken up
Man.
valuable technology
I have
to make
no
her
retail
stupid
trauma to pull from.
necklaces.
Well, I've got, and then I pull out like little trinkets and things that Goron children liked, like, you know, little rocks in the shape of like Goron dolls and stuff like that.
And so she immediately is like, so pretty. And then you see her kind of catch herself. She goes, that's nice. But these are, and you see her sitting there trying to remember something, and she kind of looks over at her mom, and her mom just gets very serious at a moment and kind of mouths the words one of a kind. These are one of a kind necklaces that
Used to have a
looks
use
over
and
to
are now
her mom
just
again.
useless trash.
I
Kess is
just
not happy.
I look at Cass and be like, "Are you okay?
No.
Do you want to talk about it?"
Kess, you do just a casual glance looking at it. Looks like she probably just picked up shards of,
She didn't
metal.
destroy this shit herself.
No, she wouldn't.
Okay.
She wouldn't be able to. This is just
Okay.
shards of,
Okay.
a guardian or something that broke.
Okay. You just said broken Sheikah tech, and I was like,
Yeah, it's because the Sheikah were
son of a bitch.
really the only ones that were using metal for anything other than weapons. So, and these the little shards of metal are very colorful and unique looking, and you wouldn't find that from a broken sword. So, or a broken
Is there
shield.
anything on that table that Pierre would find interesting? Because I know he has some tinkering abilities as well.
Not again, for the most part, it's child-made jewelry, and then rations and things like that. More practical stuff, and then you do see some handmade clothing, so shirts, shirts, pants, a few like poncho kind of things that are treated to be water resistant, for rain, rain gear type stuff. Very kind of practical. So anyway, the little girl is looking at her and it's like, they have lots of, and she looks over to mom again, and her mom mouths the word sentimental to her. Sentimental value. So
Zolta starts muttering under her breath, if they have sentimental value, why are you selling them?
How do they have sentimental
Do you
value?
know what that even means, child?
it means they're more expensive.
Nope.
That's true.
Nope. Got Aruna.
I think we should let Aruna handle his own negotiations.
Yeah, I'm gonna
No,
go to
because I feel like he might actually be outmaneuvered right now. And that's
So one necklace would be worth and you see her counting. One necklace would be worth five of those.
Oh, well.
The girl is crazy. And
what about? Do you do group discounts?
And she just no idea what that means.
Oh, okay. It's like if I want 3 necklaces instead of 1 necklaces, normally that would be 3 5s, but you could give it to me for less of them because it's together.
And she just looks to her mom, and finally her mom just kind of comes over and she's like, hello, Aruna. It's
Hi.
wonderful to see you again.
You two. Name who I definitely remember.
Yeah. The girl's name is Penny.
And what's her mom's name?
Her mom's name is Laura.
Okay.
If that is your real name.
Hello.
Or rather, her mother and her father call her Penny. Every so often, she'll get kind of indignant and go, "My name is Penelope," just to kind of exert her authority.
I just feel like her parents are all about the money, money, money. If they named their daughter Penny, Penny, Penny.
Then wouldn't they name her Rupee?
I mean, I don't know.
But yeah,
she
comes over
time
and
haggling with a girl named Penny.
She goes, "Honey, you did very, very good. But I think your dad has some sweets. If you want to go over there, and I'll go ahead and finish this for you. Okay? Thanks, Ma." And she's just very happy to go off and get something sweet. And she goes, "We really appreciate you, supporting us and everything. But I mean, they are just necklaces."
Yeah. Do I have I know I've traded, so I've got random stuff.
You have actual rupees. The way that Open Legend works is you have a.
I didn't want to get too into the whole rupee value.
So you have a respectable amount of rupees that you could buy. You could easily afford these. She would probably charge a rupee a piece for the necklaces.
Okay.
And if you were generous, you might give 5 rupees a piece, because again, they're things that her daughter just made to have something to do. And it makes the kid feel special to sell them.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about works of art here.
Wait, we're not? Oh.
Yeah.
And then there's always the bartering system. Like you can offer to give them bombs and stuff like that, because they theoretically can use stuff like that for defense.
Had I bartered with the child a little more, I might have offered a 9-year-old girl a bomb.
Which is when Mama would have stepped in.
I'm just still shook because I've had conversations like these. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit triggered by it.
How about I give you 5 rupees for the 3 of them and the Goron-shaped rock doll for Penny?
That would be lovely. Thank you, Runa. We always appreciate you stopping by. Will you and your friends be staying tonight, or do you have to leave immediately?
We don't know yet, but we're not going to leave immediately.
All right. Well, just let me know if I need to make up some extra beds.
Okay.
Like Runa should not.
I'll let you know. Thank you,
have
Laura.
this family subjected to Zolta overnight.
I would agree.
Do they have a desk looking thing at all? That looks
Do they have a cupboard?
They have a waiter.
You're at a table.
No, but like an empty desk that I could put things down on and do things on.
You could find one, let's say.
Okay, I find one.
Okay.
And
it'd probably be a crate that was not in use.
Okay. I start unnecklacing the metal, Yes.
So you start ripping apart the child's creation in front of her. Gotcha.
Oh wait, well, if the child's there, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
No, then no doing that.
Okay.
Instead, I'll just try to write down. I'll try to drop new plans, schematics.
So with Kess, you do recognize that the shards of metal are the Sheikah tech of this world, which you've examined before. It's different than what you're used to, slightly. But it is, it's remnants of probably a much larger machine. So that does kind of intrigue you, the idea of this kid has obviously been in a place where there's probably a broken machine.
So, out of curiosity, where does she find these pieces.
And the mother starts to speak, and the daughter instantly appears and just kind of tugs on her dress and goes, "Mom, that's trade secrets." And the mother, again, just very, very amused by this, just kind of turns to you and says, "Apparently, that's a trade secret."
So Cass just takes my like, I understand that. But I was hoping I would appeal to your concern for your daughter, that she's getting technology pieces from something that could possibly reactivate if not properly examined by an expert. Hi, I'm an expert.
And she sits there and she's like, well, and the daughter's like, nah, I'm expert too.
So he squints down at her like, oh yeah? What's this too?
It's shiny.
Gotcha.
What's it made of?
I'm
Shiny.
so here for this conversation.
I'm just gonna be in the back trying to eat like the random bits of like popcorny food I have.
I will
So I would
actually
like-
sit on the ground with Jerry and like cross-legged and just look between the two of them, amused.
I'm actually gonna join that.
I'm quite shocked that Zolta is subjecting herself to sitting on the ground.
I know, I'm so amused by this, I'm willing to.
You've also had a lot to drink, so that doesn't help.
This is special shiny because look, and she takes it and she kind of like positions it so that the sun glints on it, and it does. Just because there's a little bit of dried oil on it, it actually changes color a little bit as the light hits it at different angles. She's like, "This is special shiny."
Actually, that's dirty. So that oil leaks out of machines and like just goes
I don't
to...
think Cash
that
should
oil-
ever have kids.
Oh god, there's fucking no doubt. And actually can be quite harmful if not properly rinsed. Looking back to mom.
And
With that
the
look of,
mom is
tell
just-
me where I
she's
can
finding-
find this.
She is really enjoying watching her daughter. Her daughter, and as you sit there and like you watch the girl's face just kind of drop, but the shiny's not. You broke the special shiny.
Pat, that's knowledge, kid.
So,
You sure
you
enemy
found
out.
out that this is just
So
a
knowledge
dream
ruins your
destroyer.
life. Honestly, eternal mood.
And so the kid just starts to like the eyes start to well up, and you see outside, and the mother just goes, honey, I'll go ahead and take care of this woman. You know, you shouldn't have to deal with the problem customers. Okay, you just go over by daddy and you know, finish your sweets. Okay.
Kes does not say this, but looks up at the mom with like, what the fuck? I'm trying to help you.
And she sits there and she goes, it wasn't really, you know, hurting her or anything, so we just let her. But there's about 20 minutes away, there's an area where a guardian was destroyed, and
And you're sure it's completely destroyed?
well, it's in a lot of pieces.
I
Like,
understand
even
that.
with your expertise, I think you would have a very hard time. There's also the fact that a lot of other people have come through and have taken most of the valuable pieces of it.
Oh, phew.
There's very little of it left other than these little shards she finds, and we just make sure that they're not sharp enough to hurt her. But
20
she
minutes
likes
in what
them.
direction?
Oh, it's over. And then she sees the daughter kind of pouting as she looks. Can we make it look like we're negotiating for this information?
Yeah, hang on. So Cass like starts digging around in her pockets. She's got weird shit in there.
I like how she's looking up the weird stuff she has.
I know, right? I take out one of my wires
Yeah.
because
And
basically
the mother is actually really interested at this point. She goes, "That's unique. What is that?"
Well, it is essentially. So Cass goes, hearing someone ask what one of her inventions is. Oh, okay. So if you attach this actually allows magic energy to pass through, and goes into starts talking about and I took this and I used it, and looks up at the woman, realizes she has no idea what she's talking about. She's, it's pretty and you can make a necklace out of it.
Oh. Well, it's a little short for a necklace, but she could probably make a bracelet out of it, and it's firm. It looks like
no, it's 1 foot long.
Oh, it's a foot long. Never mind. She could make a necklace out of it. She's like
Sorry,
that.
I have 4 1 foot long devices. Wires.
If you wouldn't mind, I'm sure Penny would love to be able to play with this. So,
Penny.
oh, she's still over by Dad chewing on what looks like a sweet roll, or maybe like a cornbread kind of thing.
All right, so hand it to her and go oh, if she decides to maybe look into some technical manuals and just there's a lot more that can be learned from these things than just pretty.
Yeah, we'll get right on that.
Just switched from Cass
Squint
being rude to a
not
child
believe
to
you.
then trying to inspire the child.
But then she goes, yeah, it's about 20-30 minutes away. It's a field. To be honest, there's a fair amount of the shards, but most of them are kind of jagged. So watch your step.
I got this. Whee! Just runs off.
She just leaves.
Yep.
The rest of the party is there.
Sorry,
Cass
y'all.
splits the
This is my overzealous flaw.
So Kes splits the party, and
well, I guess I should make sure that she doesn't go kill herself.
maybe that encounter is happening
gets
now.
up and brushes herself off, and then just starts stumbling in the direction Kes went.
I'm also gonna follow because it's the brains of the operation.
Unfortunately, Runa is not paying attention.
There's
a very good chance that Pierre and Zoltar are being quite loud as they move their way.
Oh no, we are.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Do I need to roll to notice
them?
them? Or do I just notice them? Jody.
I'm sorry. What was it?
Did Aruna notice us leave? Zoltan and Pierre are being loud as they do because we are definitely drunk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think Aruna would have a
about
hard
the drunk
time
part.
not noticing them.
Do we need to roll fortitude to see how loud we are?
Wait, where are
Can
you going?
Well, again, the idea of open legend is every roll matters. You're drunk.
We don't need to roll. We're just drunk.
Whether you roll or not is you're going to be drunk.
Sick.
The roll is not going to move this story forward, so we don't need to. I will let you decide how drunk you are.
Let's give it like a 7.
I feel like
A 7 out of 11.
as a water creature, I can hold
Oh,
liquor better than the Birdman. So
Well, I also have drunk a lot. So, but I'm gonna say like
yeah.
we've had 6 hours of just drinking on a bridge.
While walking some of it off.
Yeah, I will say I'm probably at like a 5.5.
All right, then I'll roll myself down to a 6 then, because we'll be similar.
Okay.
If Iruna notices that literally his entire group is leaving, he will slowly wrap up his parchment and start walking off while saying to Laura, "Thank you again."
All right. We'll keep some beds open in case you come back tonight.
Okay, thank you. Bye, Penny.
Bye, Runa. And she looks at Cass and just gives you kind of or Cass is already gone, but she looks in Cass's direction and just gives kind of a scowl.
Yeah.
Science is better than Chinese.
Oh.
We can't hear you too far away.
I know.
That's not true, Penny.
But Pierre actually yells that out.
I do yell that out. because she yells it, and I'm just like, no, I can't hear you.
Hi, Cass.
And assuming Aruna is significantly behind, he'll just go into a Goron roll and try and catch up.
Yep. So it takes you closer to like 10-15 minutes to get there because again they walk leisurely. Kess is on a mission. And you get to the location described, and the ground itself is scorched a little bit. There's not a ton of grass here, but you do see little points of light every so often glinting in the setting sun from where there are shards. And then you can see a little bit further off, you can see a few remnants of what probably used to be a guardian, but it's been so picked clean that there's really almost nothing left. There's the remains of a leg. The center kind of shell is just completely missing, and you can see the top where the eye normally is. The eye is normally a gem that's used kind of as a focusing lens. There's no gem there anymore, but the rest of the head itself is kind of intact because taking that apart is remarkably difficult. So
well,
I try.
It's a single cast piece of metal.
I know you said would be difficult, but could I try?
Yeah, so it's a single cast piece of metal that's basically the equivalent of welded, closed.
I would like to help Cass
Oh my
try.
lord!
If you want to break it open, you're going to have to find a way to break a weld.
I'm gonna turn
help with this
to
too. Maybe I can pry.
Zolta and be like, "Are you ready to take our bonding to the next level?"
The fanfic writes itself.
And now Aruna rolls up.
Legit quote from The Good Place. Sorry, I'm having a moment.
Wait, can I feel like I might be useful too because I actually have knives, so maybe I can help like pry.
Well, so again, the way a weld works, there's no seam really. It's
Okay.
you know,
hang on.
welding is literally you melt the metal together.
Oh, never mind then.
Hang on. Zolta, what is the extension of your magic? It's all like stealing of life, right?
I've got a lot of life stuff. I also have lightning.
Oh, okay. I would like to attach one of my wires to the weld and then have
You're
Zolta
making an
use
arc
it.
welder.
I am.
All right, this is actually going to be a fairly technical thing. I'm going to have you guys both roll your elemental for Zulta and your logic for Cass.
I'm gonna use 2 of my legend points because I have a lot.
Oh my god!
You only have like a ton.
I forget
fine.
to
I'm going to use 17 legend points.
Technically,
I got a
could,
430.
but I'm good. I will use
33.
I will use 2 legend points.
God. What is this gonna do?
Science.
24.
I also need a photo of Cass with arms in the air, just yelling "science" with an explosion in front of her.
Because that is what's about to happen.
And I will put it on a shirt.
So, Kess, you're going back to your chemistry groups, actually, because that's how arc welding works. And you know that, electricity and things like that, if they, impact in a certain way and everything. And so you sit there and you take some of your wires and you actually have to take a few other things, and you collect some pieces from around as well to create the framework of the arc welder. And then you realize that if you don't put some sort of insulation on, you're going to be fried when the lightning hits it from Zulta.
Fair.
So you sit there and you look for some insulation and stuff like that, which they did have there, and people didn't think to take any of it.
Because they're fools, a lot of them.
And so you sit there and you kind of explain to Zulta what it is that you need her to do. And Zulta does it, and you create a one-time use arc welder that you use to basically just cut into it, which I think you can do with an arc welder. I'm not 100% sure.
I've never even heard the term arc welding until now.
I know it's you know, you use heat to melt things together. I'm assuming you can melt them apart as well. Kess, I'm going to assume you actually have tinted.
Oh yeah. No, my goggles are.
Yeah, she has goggles. So.
Yeah, so she has that, and she basically just tells Zulta to look away. Now the question is going to be, does Zulta look away?
Zulta looks.
Which I feel like it would be said very much of like, save your pretty eyes, gorgeous. I would have hurt them.
And because of that, Zulta is just like face palming, so she's not seeing
That's
things.
fine. I was about to say, like, actually looking at an arc welder without eye protection will blind you.
This is the most Holtzman that Kess has ever been.
So you're able to kind of cut open the weld, and inside are a wealth of there's a lot of wires. There's the equivalent of magical circuit boards and things like you have kind of a smorgasbord of Shikatech here that you've never actually seen before. You've read a little bit about it from some of the books that you're able to find, but you've never actually seen this. This is the most intact Shikatech you've ever found. Because again, you were never able to go far enough to find an intact Guardian in any way, shape, or form. So
Kess removes her goggles to get a better look at it. Has a deep, happy sigh, wipes a little bit of a tear away, and just to herself goes, "Science is better than shiny."
And if we did after episode recaps of the moral of the story, that would be it.
Somewhere a 9-year-old
She's
girl
gonna,
is crying
before
right now.
removing anything, since this has not been moved in any way, since this is the first time it's been opened since its inception, she's gonna draw the crap out of it to sort of study it so she can like look at it. Like maybe we can.
Yeah, you 100% know that now that you have it open, this is not something you're going to be able to understand without hours of
No. That's why I'm like drawing everything I can so I can look over this later, taking notes and being like, we're gonna be here a while. So guys, I'm sorry, but this will, if I can do this will be helpful later. The next time
thing
we run
itself
into
is roughly about, this by this, so you can take it with you.
Oh, fantastic. Brilliant. I will take it.
Yeah, it's not attached to anything anymore. Again, they broke apart everything else.
Okay.
They simply couldn't they couldn't break this thing open other than take the gem out of it. Again, it's a solid cast piece of metal.
Tucks it under her arm, giant kid on Christmas grin, and being like, if I can figure this out, then maybe we stand a chance against moving Guardians, actually.
Can I make a quick set out and say something
cool.
I saw Imp in chat? Iron Sheik.
Yes.
I am Iron Sheik. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, Iron Sheik.
Has she lost her mind? Probably.
Yeah.
It's fine. Zulta's just drunk.
See, we originally thought Cass was going to be the super cool like techno ninja. Now, no, she's Riri. She's Riri Williams.
Okay. For a minute, I was gonna be like,
I'm
"Are you
Rihanna.
gonna throw shade?"
No, she's.
That I am not a super cool techno.
No, you're Ironheart.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that.
Yeah, because Iron Man's an AI right now. I think they might have woken him up. I can't remember.
Spoilers.
They kill off people so often in Marvel.
Is this a comics thing?
Died like 4
It
things.
is a comic.
It's a
thing.
comic
Yes.
thing.
I'm
Yeah.
still stuck on the you can take it with you. I thought the point of that movie was you can't take it with you.
No, it's a play.
Oh,
It was a movie too. They made it into a movie.
yeah.
Yeah, but it was-
But
I played the male romantic lead in that twice.
I want to do a show again. Damn it.
Anyway,
No one.
What
could
are we
figure out
doing
why
right
they
now?
Cast me as the romantic.
What time is it?
It's 10.
We've still got another. About
No. Like in the game.
Oh, in the
Yeah,
game.
in the game.
It's getting.
I can see the clock.
It's getting close to. It's getting. You guys are kind of entering twilight.
All right, you guys want to go back, have some dinner, like
We're
chill?
entering
Let me
twilight.
Game.
let me maybe make a very unwise decision and study this all night instead of sleeping. Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds great, right?
Have you
Yeah.
not been drinking just all day?
Yes.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not entering the twilight realm.
Oh, that's too bad. Because we needed
Oh,
more.
nice.
We needed
Boy.
more realms to put in this story.
Did we though? Are we sure?
There's also the dark world. There's also low roll. There's also.
Okay, we get the point.
Okay.
Yeah,
back
but you
back
guys
to the farm.
Do you really want me to start putting in more alternate realities? We can
I
start
mean-
going to Holodrome.
We are called Realms of the Wild.
Oh,
I
boy.
think we need to live up to that name.
Yeah, Iruna's on board of walking back because
Okay.
if it's getting to twilight, then plus they made beds for us.
So you guys get back, and Penny immediately runs up to Cass, and she goes, "Shiny!
No.
Mama said I couldn't have that because it was too big."
You didn't get it open. You don't get it.
You opened it.
I did. Through science. Go learn your science.
And now she is enamored with Cass. She's like, "But I want. Can I see what it looks like?"
Zolta would like to break in and say, maybe if you get us some drinks, Kess would be nice enough to tell you about it.
Yeah. And she just runs off immediately. And as she's come back, she has 2 drinks that she's running with. She's spilling everywhere. By the time she gets there, there's like a mouthful and a half of some sweet liquid made from berries and
She's
spices.
all very sticky now, and so I'm holding it very high up and going,
Yeah.
you see with
And
your
so-
eyes. You see with your eyes.
Oh, Zolta goes, oh, sweetie, we should learn how to properly serve people, right? That way we can.
Oh.
How did you not know this is where it was going?
I mean, really, how did you not see this coming? The moment she said that, I was like, well.
And Zolta tries to help her, phrasing it in a way that makes it clear she will get more money with her haggling and trading if she learns good customer service.
Take your legend point.
God.
Oh my god. This
And here's the funny thing. I think drunk Zolta is a nicer Zolta.
That's fair. It makes her more docile.
This is also a child.
Also,
There are different ways to
also,
convince the child to
I-
serve you.
Also, I'm imagining Kiri when you're like, look with your eyes. That scene from The Rescuers where it's like, let me see. Look there.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Also, no one remembers Rescuers, and it's a goddamn travesty.
Also, Rescuers Down Under.
Facts.
seen it?
Bernard's my boy.
You've seen it. Don't touch it. You've got sticky fans.
Pierre's just having a grand old
But
time.
does she actually go and get us real drinks instead of the mouthful and a half?
She got you real drinks before. She just spilled them all.
And I taught her an important lesson about customer service.
Iruna goes back to the crate.
Yeah. The mother and father are just kind of looking at you with a worried expression as you start to teach your daughter.
I look at them and are like, it's fine. She does this with everyone.
Why is this what worries them? And finding sharp objects and then Cass.
They're
like,
not good
making her
parents,
cry.
Ilea.
They're wonderful.
You try being a good parent in the middle of a post-apocalyptic field.
Facts.
Yeah. I mean, they're not running around, Mad Max style, killing and eating people. That's a good parent in this world.
They're not
good
bolted from Game of Thrones. They're not the bolted from Game of Thrones. We're fine.
I have a problem if that's our threshold for good parenting.
Welcome to Hyrule, the Courage
In
Realm.
this world, that's what it is.
Concerning. Okay.
So,
But no, it's fine. She does this with everybody. It's a quirk she has.
so you do teach her some of the finer points of serving, because you while you yourself have never served a thing in your life, you were taught how
I know how
serve.
others should serve me.
Yeah, you part of your upbringing was learning how to be served, and specifically what is acceptable and not acceptable from a server. So you know the front of house stuff. You don't know anything about back of house or anything, but you do know, silverware, knife goes on the left. I think that's how it is. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I used to know how to do a place setting. My father was a chef. So you know how you're supposed to be served. You're always served from the left, and you don't make eye contact with the nobles, and you know all that stuff from being told this is how the servant should treat you. Yeah, so you give her a couple pointers, and she comes over and she brings you your drinks, and then she just stands there and goes, "Will there be anything else, mistress?"
Wow.
You learn quickly, young one.
Hello?
I'm gonna
Here.
slowly
Can I
look at
see
Salta
it
and be
now?
like, if you hadn't
I'm
just
gonna
helped
say
me,
you're
I would
playing
be
the
very disgusted
accordion.
with you right now.
Because
Yes,
after she
show
does
her
it,
the
can I see it
shiny.
now?
She can see it.
Do you see
But I
the
want to
shiny?
look inside.
Here, and I walk
Don't
over
hold it
and I just
open.
pick her up.
I just tilt it down so she can see in it, but it can't touch it.
I'm gonna pick her up like high so that she can see down into it without touching it.
I'm just gonna play the accordion here and just have a good time watching this all unfold.
So
Hours and hours and hours.
while this is going on, Kes, go ahead and make me a logic roll to see what you the specifics of the stuff that you find out.
All right, I'm also going to, because I've got some to spare.
Oh, you don't have that many to spare. Oh no.
No, I figure I'll just use one more because I want to.
Imp has suggested I make Kestrel make a strength check to see
33.
how long you can hold it up like that away from the child. So it takes you well into the night.
Yes.
Looking at this thing, and kind of because due to the fact that you can't see anything else about where the wires were supposed to go. There are some wires that are missing because people kind of yanked them out of the hole at the bottom. And there's a little bit of damage to like the magical circuit boards and things like that, because again, people were like pulling whatever they could get their hands on. And when they ripped out the gem, it also did some damage to it. So you do have a little bit of issue for a while figuring out exactly what is missing and what is where it's supposed to be. But as you kind of piece that together, you get a pretty decent idea that there is something in the head that allows it to not really think, but to process information that it gets from its eye, so that it can pick targets and shoot them. And you can see kind of the energy that's channeled into the beam comes from the core, and you can see the specific wires and things like that that are, that channel that energy are significantly thicker. And so you've got a pretty good working idea of how the beam head works, minus how the crystal in the top factors into it. And you're not 100% certain how energy distribution goes through the rest of it, because most of that is taken care of in the core body.
Can't believe Kes discovered a CPU in Hyrule.
Through science.
Science!
Are any of the circuit boards, or like, are the pieces of this, like, how much within it looks like with a little bit of repair I could use it for something else later?
The wires you can definitely use. The board itself, you can tell what it's supposed to do. You have no idea how to use it. Like it's it's pretty far beyond your capabilities. You've just kind of figured out that's what it must do. You have no idea how it does it because it's not working anymore. So that's basically just, scraps. And then but for the most part, it's you can get a lot of wiring. You can get some other kind of conductive materials in there from breaking apart the magical circuit board.
Okay, cool.
Meanwhile,
And if you're wondering, steampunk is actually not used in this realm. Steampunk is actually a very large part of a different realm, which is why if Kess takes apart a guardian from a different realm, she will find a very, very different setup.
Yay! No, I just had to
as
address
crazy as this
I love you, Alex, but you're wrong.
It's okay. I'm wrong about many things.
that's true.
Me too.
That's
but
my
not
personal brand. A hot mess. That's my personal
Alex,
brand.
he's wrong about things.
Yeah.
That'll be your tagline.
I actually have a complete idea of how the different realms and their technology works because I'm that kind of crazy.
Okay, wires and circuit boards.
The best kind of crazy.
Boards.
We don't have
the
circuit
survey isn't
boards,
out yet.
we have pieces of a circuit board.
Pieces of, not a full one. None of them are
It
intact.
was it was cracked and damaged. So
Okay.
the only thing you could really do was take it out in probably 2 or 3 pieces.
Okay.
Because again, what happened was when people were taking things out, they just yanked wires, which cracked the board.
People are terrible.
Yeah.
We agree on something.
I mean, we will bond. We're taking our bonding to the next level, Ilea.
We love alcohol bringing people together.
Worth it. Worth the lack of sleep.
And the alcohol.
During the day while he was at the crate, Iruna was trying to put a design together that splices the concept of a gun in his blast basher. How far did he get?
Make me a logic roll. So you're working off of the memory of the hand cannon, I'm assuming?
Yeah, because someone didn't let me keep it, and I have no point of reference.
So I'm going to say this is made with disadvantage too.
Okay.
Good thing you have legend points, right, Elias?
No, because Elias doesn't win things like the
Okay.
I'll
You
use-
have chat legend points.
I'll use 4 legend points.
Oh wow.
It's advantage 2, right?
Yeah. Let's see how he screws this one up, guys.
Aww.
He gets a 4.
I didn't get a 4. I got above a 4. I got.
Oh, good.
So a 5.
No, an 8.
What did you get?
An 8.
An 8? Okay.
That is double in
You're sitting
my.
there tinkering with your blast brass. You're trying to figure out a projectile version of it. You think you've got it at one point, and you do just basically a test firing of it
Outside of the camp.
Well, no, without any explosives, just to see if the mechanisms are working. And when you do the test fire, you hear a click and then a crash. And you're relatively certain that your blast basher is currently broken.
Oh.
So you are not able to succeed in creating a projectile version of it. However, you are further along that path, and through further experimentation, you may be able to one day. Just for right now, you didn't succeed.
Every mistake is a learning experience. Okay.
Yeah, you learned a lot, and unfortunately, again, your blast basher will need to be repaired before you can use it again.
Well, Ibruna goes to sleep.
Okay.
After that, without repairing it.
Okay.
I have nothing to add. I'm just enjoying and playing the accordion.
Okay. Kess stays up. I'm assuming most of the night playing with her new toy.
Wait. On the way to bed, Iruna sees that and is like, "Is there anything like explosive in there?"
That is a question for Kess, I'm assuming.
Oh.
Yeah, the one who's up late.
Yeah, but
digging into the Guardian head.
I wouldn't know the answer to that.
So are you just
Well, you've
silent?
seen explosive things.
Well, no, I'm saying like, is there something like DM?
Oh, no, it's wires. You know,
Okay, I was like, I don't think there is, but
Yes, there's a bomb in there.
Surprise!
There's a bomb. You set it off by cutting the wrong wire, and you now have 30 seconds before the whole room explodes.
No, so you're
yeah,
supposed
but
to cut the
cool
red
guys don't
wire.
look at explosions.
You're supposed to
Just
cut the
walk
red
away.
wire. It's a common
Insert glasses.
mistake.
MacGruber making life-saving
Oh, I
inventions
love
out of
that.
household materials.
Taking it back.
Yeah.
The musicals never stop. It's beautiful.
It's not
No, they
beautiful.
Shh.
Well, if there's
So-
nothing, then yeah, I'm just gonna go with that.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Nothing
in there
of
that
interest to Iruna.
explode. So the rest of you guys, I'm assuming, get some rest.
Yes.
Okay. So you sleep probably better than you had in a while because you're on decent beds. There's straw-filled mattresses, but they're beds.
I wasn't locked in a storage cupboard this time, so
Yeah, I mean, there's
improvement.
a benefit there.
I just sort of pass out on one of them, just after being too drunk, and with my accordion just sort of chilling next to me.
Can Iruna make a slight effort to wake up before Zolta?
Sure.
Before he says what he's going to do, I would like to say that Zolta is sleeping on the bed with Jerry curled up on her shoulder.
Okay. Zulta probably is not going to wake up early.
No.
She's gonna be hungover.
There's
Oh
a,
yeah, I forgot
As
how
will
drunk
I.
she
through
was.
this
Yeah.
hangover.
So that's not going to take much effort at all. Well then, okay, yeah. So Iruna will go over to Penny in the morning and say, "Hey, you know how Zolta was teaching you how to give people drinks yesterday?"
That sounds so bad.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And she's like, yeah.
Well, when she wakes up, she'll probably feel a little weird. So you should probably give her favorite drink. This is called Zora juice, and I give her some Goron juice. I say, you should serve this to her when she wakes up.
At least I had the decency to be a dick to this kid to her face.
Aruna is a petty queen.
I have no illusions about if I don't like you, you will know. Y'all are shady shit.
And then he
Shady
goes
bitch.
scavenging.
Shady
She
bitches.
thanks you because she trusts you implicitly.
God damn it.
And I'm assuming you go back to bed.
No, I go scavenging.
Okay, you go scavenging. So you head off. Zulta, when you wake up, your
When I wake up, I drink out of the water.
Well, you're gonna be the one. I was like, who
Ah.
So let the GM finish what he's saying before you start saying things. Otherwise,
Sorry.
bad things happen.
that I would want.
The guardian head wakes up.
So Zulta, when you wake up, your head is swimming. You're having a hard time seeing because of the pounding headache that you've got. And you are immediately greeted by the sound that's far too loud for your liking at this particular moment. Mistress, I brought you a drink, make you feel better.
She is also drunk.
And having kind of been trained from childhood that when a servant wakes you up with a drink, you generally just take it. You bring it to your lips and
is
notice it
amazing.
has a very strong scent that you are unfamiliar with. And that wakes you up enough to kind of look at this very bizarre looking drink that you don't really know what it is, but it does have a very strong scent.
Little child, come here.
Tiny.
Yes?
human. What is this shit?
Where did you get this?
Aruna told me that it would make you feel better. You don't look good.
Oh, that is so nice of Aruna. I'm going to thank him.
He's a very nice rock man.
Yeah, why don't you run off, go about your duties? You've been a very good
But you
person.
told me that I'm supposed to stand here and wait for your orders.
My orders are for you to run off, you go about your business, and have a great day. I'll be down soon. We can train you some more to be better at customer service.
Oh my god.
Okay, but what do I bring you then?
We can talk about it later. Thank you for this drink. I'll make sure to thank Aruna myself.
And you said if I do a good job, people give me money.
Yep, that is true.
So because I did a good job, didn't I?
You're coming along nicely.
So you're going to give me, because you said I did a good job.
When I come down and wake up, we can talk about payment.
But you said don't, because I'm supposed, did I do a good job?
You did do a good job.
High-pitched child
I
talking to your head.
Oh,
I really tried to do a good job.
This could not have gone better.
Go find Kess. Go find Kess. She has shiny things.
But I'm not supposed to go away until you give me, because that means I did a bad job.
Are we
Does this wake me up?
Wake up Pierre.
What?
Does this wake me up?
Yes.
Does it? I think you're slightly more drunk than Zulta because it was your whiskey.
I don't know.
By the way, you're out. You spent an entire day drinking. You're out.
That's fine. I'm out of whiskey. That's whatever. And probably out for all. It's okay. Probably then maybe just a little because loud noise and but not enough.
Okay, so yeah, Pierre, you try to get Pierre to help you, and he's like,
Nah, go.
Pierre, where are your rupees? The child won't stop. Make the child stop.
They're in the bag.
Where's the bag?
On the floor somewhere.
I love
Like rolls off the bed.
hungover fuckers.
Thud.
And starts just like searching around with her hand. And she lies
You do eventually find his bag.
Okay.
You have your own rupees, by the way.
I'm aware of this.
You find
But we're too drunk to give a
he's
shit.
got a few green rupees, a couple blue rupees.
I can barely see. I grab a rupee. I don't care about color right now. And I'm like, child, take the thing and go.
I will find out exactly how much of his money you just gave away.
I'm so sorry, Pierre. But
so you pull out a red rupee, give it to the child. And she looks at it and she's like, thank you, mistress.
Yeah.
And
keep
runs away.
Good.
Ah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And I'm still on the floor. And I may just fall back asleep on the floor.
What is
Yes, you probably, by the time the child started crying, would have woken up without a hangover, maybe cranky from lack of sleep, but you saw this entire
Tess
thing.
is normally used to being sleep deprived. It is her state of being.
You just saw this, and Aruna, you just saw this entire interaction as well. Oh wait, no, Aruna, you're out. You wouldn't have seen it because you're out.
I'm around the perimeter.
Spelunking. But Kess, you just watched this entire interaction. And saw Zulta take out a red rupee and give it to this child. Which is probably more money than this child has ever had.
Probably.
Apparently Emperor P sent me a fairy. Potentially to heal this hangover.
I don't think it's tested whether or not fairies affect hangovers.
Is that allowed?
I don't know.
Well, you guys both have a fairy, which is 3d6 that you can use the next time you're hurt. Your hit points aren't reduced right now, so you can just kind of bank it.
I'm gonna bank the fairy.
Yeah.
Also, because I don't want to heal the hangover because it's too funny for comedy.
But yeah, so you guys have a.
Yeah, it's the only kind of you'll ever get from you, Peyton. Yeah, but it's okay.
You haven't wasted your rupees, Peyton. You have something that you and I are working on that won't be a waste at all.
Oh, Lord.
So due to the fact that it's getting a little bit late, that is actually where we are going to end the episode for today. So thank you to everybody that tuned in. We always love having an audience. If people want to follow you on the interwebs, let's start with Ilea. Where would they find you?
I am Green Eye Trombonist, basically everywhere but Twitter, where I'm Green Eye T-Bone.
Awesome. Elias, if people wanted to find other things that you do.
You can find them here, or Elias Thompson, or Metroid HQ, or Winecraft TV.
Alex, if people want to find you.
That was for me. You can find me at Luca_Starks on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. And then without the underscore on YouTube, AlexRosenberg.net everywhere else on the internet. And then here on ZU on Mondays, I do Great Games Done Poorly, which I'm streaming Life is Strange. So specifically this Monday, if you want to see me probably get real messed up, because apparently the game's about to get real cray, come on by on Monday. And then I'm also be part of the ZU podcast that will be coming with episode 2.
How far are you in that game?
I finished episode 3, Life is Strange, last week.
Okay.
My friend was commentating until episode 4, and I'm like, oh boy. So I have 2 episodes left.
Okay.
So I'm hoping on that. But right now, after this, I have to completely redo my entire computer because I updated something and now everything's out of whack. So tomorrow, instead of streaming, I'm going to redo everything.
How fun.
Okay.
So, yay.
For those of you that don't know, Kiri has a clothing line, which consists of a single shirt.
One
The
single
town, save your girlfriend.
I have a clothing line
but
too.
I sincerely think someone should buy Alex that shirt. So
Wait,
he can wear
it's a spoiler. I'm not going to listen to it.
Not
Yeah.
an incredible spoiler.
Well, I'm just gonna try to forget about it because I want to go. I'm going in 4 and 5 blind.
Nothing happened,
Yeah.
Alex.
Yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
no,
like
no, it doesn't happen.
it's
Why are you
generic
talking about
enough.
things?
Everyone lives happily ever after.
Anyway, so Kiri, if people want to follow your exploits.
Baseball.
What? She vanished.
She has gone to the
She
Fey realm.
vanished.
So if you find her,
I'm Kiri Calligan freaking everywhere. You can find me on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and
Instagram, she posts
Instagram.
pictures.
Patreon.
and we have a new Discord for the community because I lost the keys to the other one.
You
Oh,
mean
no.
I have to go join another one and leave?
Yeah, what's
this
that
one?
Discord?
That
It's dangerous to go alone.
She
this.
lost the keys to this one too.
Please give me all the links because I'm already in too many goddamn Discords at this point.
You don't have to. It's fine. I'll post it later.
I'm
Anyway,
going in.
I
I'm
know
going
that
in.
Alex has a hard out, so
We have 3 minutes. We're
you Google me. You Google me.
Yeah, she posts links to it. I know you've got a tweet talking about it, so.
I do. I'm about to find it. It's fine. I'll post it.
So anyway, she also has a book, Alice, the Terrabirium
I
Chronicles.
don't have a copy of it anymore here.
So you can find that where all your favorite books are sold. But if you want to be a good book reader, support your local bookstores by ordering it through them or order it through the publisher, because they're the people that are the nicest to carry.
Facts.
And to just, they've got issues. What words? Amazon's got issues with small publishers and really anyone who doesn't publish through them.
So yeah, please check out the book. I have not had a chance to read it, but it has gotten rave reviews from everybody I know that has read it. And for me, if you want to find me, I'm Trader Joni just about everywhere. I'm most active on Twitter. I have a Patreon that big announcement. I am now a college graduate. I have a bachelor's degree in marketing management that I can't currently use due to mental health issues, but I no longer have to spend copious amounts of time working on my degrees. So I'm going to start making more content for my YouTube channel. I'm going to update my Patreon to add some more reward tiers, including some stuff that you guys might be interested in. So, patreon.com/trainerjody, keep an eye on it, because there's some opportunities to possibly be able to participate in some stuff with me at certain pledge tiers and things like that. So, other than that, remember, a great way to support anyone on Twitch in general, a great way to support them is through subscribing. If you subscribe to this channel specifically, it helps support Zelda Universe, which is much more than just a Twitch channel. They have their YouTube channel that makes a lot of content. They have a weekly news show. They have their dubs that they're doing. You guys are also doing a manga dub right now, right?
Yep.
Link's Awakening.
And the Ocarina of Time dub is coming soon, or?
I believe so. They're in production on it right now.
They're in production. So
near you.
So they the YouTube channel in itself puts out a lot of really high quality stuff, and they have what originally was the purpose of the group, which is Zelda Universe, one of the largest Zelda fan sites on the net. It's got tons of information on it. All of that stuff has been done by volunteers that have put their own money into it and stuff like that. So subscribing is a way to offset some of the cost of them being able to host the servers for Zelda Universe, being able to pay for the programs we use to do video chat, stuff like that. And it supports really great creators and Elias. So
what?
It also helps us do cool things with other people and do public events. So every little bit helps.
So
I wish.
Other than that, you can subscribe to me on Twitch too, because I have bills that I can't pay. Other than that, thank you so much for tuning in. We really do enjoy every moment of running this game for over a year now, guys. We are into our second year of this game. Congratulations to everyone involved. And I will see you guys next time. All right. Bye.
Goodbye. Have fun storming the castle.